techniques. Let's avoid stitches and missing ligaments today. And as we're doing that, we're going to go over how to garnish some food to make your meal a bit more decorative and to impress your family members. Now, first thing when it comes to any kind of cooking or prep area is to do what's called mise en place, which is a French culinary term for putting in place. Have your food ready, have your implements ready, and what this does is it saves you time and you're not having to rush when your pot of boiling water is overflowing and you're trying to grab your tools. Less mess, less injury. Now, there's a few things that's out of place here. One, cutting board. When it comes to cutting boards, you want to make sure you grab the correct one. If you're cutting fruit or vegetables, make sure it's your fruit or vegetable cutting board. Do not grab the one that has meat. You do not want salmonella, hepatitis C, hepatitis B. It's all no bueno when it comes to cutting down your other greens. Now, cutting boards should be replaced every 6 months. No matter how many times you clean it, after a time, when you cut into your cutting board, you start doing these deep grooves into there that bacteria will start to nest. So you replace these every 6 months, and a safe rule of thumb, if it's growing moss, it's time to toss. So, now when it comes to cutting on a bamboo or wood cutting board, you need to get it wet first because you don't want it to splinter and crack, and you don't want that getting into your food. You only need a little bit of water just to soak into the wood, and what that does is it makes it more tolerant to the cutting. And I prefer wood cutting boards because they last longer and they're more resistant to impact. Now, knives. The only sharp part you need on a knife of this style is this back portion. That's what you actually cut with. This is just for the motion. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a sec. So when you sharpen, push the knife away from you. And you don't have to worry about trying to get this portion sharp. This is what you cut with. So do that a couple of times. Wipe off my handy dandy rag, any possible metal shavings, and you're good to go. Now, today we're going to be doing an actual fruit basket. For your watermelon fruit basket, you want to go ahead and cut one of the edges off. That way it stands up straight, as such. Then we're going to go ahead and cut into the side. We're going to go ahead and make pretty much an H formation, parallel with each other. And you don't have to worry if you don't get your cuts perfect. You can always adjust. Just the most important thing is don't over pressure your blade, because the last thing you want to do is, again, cut yourself. All right. There we go. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. And the other side. We're going to cut out our basket portion. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this up after the break. We're going to get into actually decorating our watermelon basket. So stay tuned, and we're going to...
We will have highlights, post-game analysis, and more after the commercial break.
All right, I think I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Hey, thanks for inviting me over.
And for a limited time, all tacos are just 99 cents at Dos Pesos.
Ah, dadgummit.
The can safe. Can you be any?
Welcome back from the break. Today we're going over proper knife safety and how to garnish our dish. We went ahead and finished up our watermelon basket. We're not going to go ahead and dip into this too much because we're not going to really put anything into it. I'm just going to show you how to decorate today. All right, what we're now going to do is what's called a tomato rose. You cut away from yourself and you're going to skin the outside of the tomato. And take your time, and you don't have to worry about it being too perfect because you don't want it to be a straight line. You want it to be able to curve in on itself. And you'll see what I mean once I get this going. All right. And it helps when you sometimes when you get a really thick cut is to go ahead and pin it in place. This is good to put on top of, say, confectionaries. It's good for just decorating a meat dish. Slippery little thing. All right. 1 tomato rose. I can then therefore take this, pin it to my watermelon. A couple other things you can do is make what's called a crown. It's good with any kind of rind fruit like a lemon, oranges, you name it. You're going to go ahead and just cut yourself a solid chunk out of it. And you make little triangles all through the middle. It's okay, guys. It happens. All right, and then we have a crown. A couple other things you can do, and it's really good with lemons. It's called a lemon twist, but I'm going to just do it with my orange today. This is good on top of meat confectionaries if you want to cook there. It's just a simple cut twist. You can put it on a cocktail, however you want to do it. We're going to go ahead and do some speed cutting and show you what I was talking about, proper cutting technique on our big knife. All right, the motion for cutting is just that. It's a sliding formation. Don't take the bar, or the slide bar at the top, off the board. So it's just cut, 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 cut. And you're using this back portion of the blade for your cutting. And what this is good for is because you're not lifting it up in the air, your hand's not going to get in the way. It's a real nice thing to avoid a hospital bill, I'll tell you that right now. Now, let me go ahead and show you how we speed cut something, because there's some times when you're a little pressed for time. Now, this does take practice. It's better with like cucumbers and carrots, but something's a bit more straighter, but we only have bananas today. The motion is not up here. It's about an inch off the board, just, and then you slide the fruit over. Example. And when you get to the end, just slow down, finish up your cut, and you're good to go. Now, a couple things we can do at this point is just decorating our basket. You can do things as pin fruit to said basket. I like doing cherries. Cherry, banana, and then we do it to the front. So there's always options to do when you're trying to decorate your dish. It can be for fruit, meat, anything as simple as cutting and twisting it will make your dish much more decorative. So see you next time.